This isn't the Nick Saban era anymore.
Josh Allen hasn't really shown me anything except that he can lose to Patrick Mahomes. Well, hello. And this is the first ever podcast of me and my brothers. We call ourselves the Double Self Oreo Online. As myself, Kevin, my brother Jeremy, my brother Jordan, my brother Buddha. What's up, guys?
How we doing?
Hold on, sir.
It's crazy.
Our host is Matthew McConaughey tonight.
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll get it going. So honestly, y'all, like this has been something that we've been looking at doing for a long time. And we finally got a chance to kind of do it together. A little bit about us. We are all brothers by marriage. We do little things for our family. We do videos and things along those lines. And we decided, hey, you know what? We make a pretty good group together. And we decided, hey, let's talk about what we love to talk about in our group chat. We talk about sports, pop culture, things that are all around. And this is what it's all about. And,
stupid
people that
stuff.
are listening. Yeah, definitely stupid stuff. The listeners, this is for you guys. We're not experts. We are not going to be the best at talking and making predictions or talking about pop culture, but this is everyday life. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit about us. Anything else for you guys?
No, nothing. That's it. We're good. No,
all cut up now.
Yeah, for sure.
For life.
I'm Jordan. I am a photographer by trade. My wife and I own our own business. Photograph a lot of weddings, so do a lot of that, and then talk to you guys on the side. Those are basically my two main hobbies. And the father of two is definitely an impact up there as well. But former teacher and just a dude that likes sports and talking to you. Not talking in general. I'm not a big talker, but to you guys I can talk.
Nice. Little behind the scenes talker, what we call him, right?
Yeah, I'm 100%. I literally sit there, like, I'll open my phone and see that you guys have 114 texts, and I just scroll through. And I try not to haha or like them, because I know then you're going to get a notification that you got a text to, and you got to scroll back and figure out who said what. So it's just stupid. I just read it, and then I might throw a GIF there at the end. That's about it.
Oh yeah, he's huge with the gifts. Like it'll be like a quick little meal. Like, where did Jordan come from out of nowhere? Right?
It's the silent sniper type. Yeah.
Like 4 hours later, you get a Dumb and Dumber GIF. Yeah.
The conversation's moved on.
So true. Well,
something different, and here comes Jordan.
Here comes Jordan out of nowhere. It would be and honestly, like we'll go through about maybe 6-7 hours of texting, and Jordan's out doing photography. We're making fun of him the whole entire time. And then next thing you know, he comes in, he's like, well, I'm finally catching up now. And then boom, one GIF, Dumb and Dumber. And you're like, what? Did you catch up?
Or nothing. Either you get a GIF or you get nothing. That's basically it.
But Buddha, man, what about you, man? Tell them a little about yourself.
Oh, man, I'm Buddha. Most of you guys will finally hear my real name sooner or later, but right now I go by Buddha. Yeah, old school dude. I always tell everybody all the time, I like old school music. R&B, from back west. D1 football player, didn't go anywhere with it. Got 2 boys. One's a beast, another one's a beast. So, hopefully sooner or later you guys will hear about them. But, I do this. This is for fun. I'm kind of one of those dads that became a coach. I coach soccer, didn't play it, but been doing it now for many, many years and pretty good at it. So, that's kind of my life that I do.
He's great at it. Don't let him be subtle.
I appreciate it. So it's kind of that's me in a nutshell. I'm kind of the
no, this is me in a nutshell.
I'm kind of the aggressive one in the group. As our family would say, I guess if things were to go down, if Buddha's ready to go, then we're good to go. So
What do you mean go down?
Yeah, for real, like pause.
Well, pause. My bad. Pause. But over and all, welcome to our group chats and snapbacks. I think this is going to be fun to do.
Buddha's microphone is still on back order, so we're just waiting for that to come in.
Yeah, we're hoping it comes in soon. Then you'll be able to hear his real voice. It's not how he really sounds. This is all AI. All AI
it's
right now.
Like the perfect metaphor for like our dynamic. Buddha always just ringing up the rear, like enough to get by. Not reliable as far as like tech savvy goes, but like he'll get the job done eventually. You just let him go at his own pace.
Yeah, it's like his Disney marathon. Like he'll finish the race just to get the move on shirt, but might not be first.
He doesn't care about placing.
He gonna finish. Yeah,
definitely not gonna be first.
Listen, priorities for me aren't. I got things that I got to get done. So I like this. I wanted to try something different. I wanted to see how how I sounded without a mic before I put a mic directly, right in front of my face. Pause. But
You
Definitely.
guys can
Coming
just
across
see him
with
working hard in the lab, comparing like how he sounds on Monday as opposed to Thursday. He's always putting in that kind of work.
exactly.
Definitely. Jeremy, man, you're talking a lot, man. What about you, man? Like what are you like? What's your background?
Okay, yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
about
yeah,
me.
for real,
I
bro.
am the
It's a Von
I'm the
Miller
artist
poster.
so that foreshadowing. I am the graphic designer of the group, so a lot of the promo stuff will hopefully be coming across my desk. But yeah, brother to Jordan, technical leave, like
Blood,
I-
yeah, we
yeah,
get
that blood start. But we
Could have
we
been the
hate that
Schwann's,
whole
man. We're
step
not quite
talk in
sure.
this family. But yeah,
definitely the Schwann's man came through.
I don't know who's who, but yeah.
That is the running joke, by the way, in the family that he may be the Schwann's baby. We don't know if it's true or not, but we'll see what happens. We'll DNA test that one day.
Sorry,
I
cutting
am?
up and then cutting out. I don't know who we're talking to who, but some people don't even know what Schwann's is. So
Exactly. I said we're gonna have to check that one because folks may not know what Swans is.
If you don't know what Schwann's is, like what? How old are you now?
I see some people going in and Googling Swans.
And they're gonna be like, "Oh snap!
What is
They
this?
It's
delivered
a-
that."
mobile ice cream truck. Yeah, for those of you that are unfamiliar.
This was Instacart before Instacart became Uber.
yeah.
Legit.
This was definitely the DoorDash, the Uber of ice cream.
Yeah, a giant refrigerator truck coming to your door. You had it marked on your calendar what days they came, and then they bring the menu in, and you order a Sam's Club worth of stuff.
And yo, but their
push
ice
pops.
cream was so bomb though,
Yeah.
right? Like I would remember like watching the Swans come up to my grandma's house. I'm like, "Grandma, can we get some Swans?" And my grandma like, "No." And my grandpa out of nowhere like, "We're gonna get some KC." I'm like, "Perfect." We go out there. Next thing I know, we got a whole boatload of ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah.
Just ice cream
Yeah, the
sandwiches.
deep freezer was stocked. Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, cool, man. Well,
Go to.
yeah.
That's right. I feel like I cut Jeremy off too. Yeah, he does a
No,
lot of
yeah, did we cut
a lot
Jeremy
of
off? My
graphic
bad, Jeremy.
design.
I
Yeah.
don't
We
even
never
know
would
what
do that.
was left if I'm even gonna touch it. Yeah, other than playing catch up as far as life goes, finally engaged this year, so you will see all three of these boys
Congratulations.
standing right next to me, groomsmen in tote. Yeah, so you guys get a lot of follow up as that progresses, but that's about as interesting as my life will get right now.
Cool.
Gym rat.
Yeah, definitely a gym rat.
Yeah, I enjoy that's my therapy quite a bit. So that's
And
all I
then,
got, man.
Yeah, well, I guess
Kevin,
it
did you
leaves me.
tell anything about
Nah,
yourself, or did you just
not
try
really.
to sound like Matthew?
Off, man,
Yeah, I mean, I am the oldest of the group,
like
and
by far.
by far the oldest.
He's
by
over
4
the
years,
hill.
by the way.
Over.
Yeah, over the hill by a couple 4 years. But yeah, my background, I was actually in the Air Force for a long time. I did play ball. I did a lot of things. I have a really big background in sports. I also coached. I have 2 great kids. One is going to school to be a pilot, which I cannot wait because these free flights cannot come soon enough. And then my daughter is actually a baller as well too. She recently just committed to a university. I will not reveal that until she reveals it, but I'll
Don't
tell
be that
you,
guy. Yeah.
I will not be that guy. Never be that
I'm
guy.
glad
Don't
you
be-
said something. I
Don't be
almost said something.
Don't be
Yeah,
Travis
no.
Kelsey's dad. Yeah.
No, never will do that. Let me tell you now, but I talked to her today. She's very, very excited. I can't wait to see what she does. And by the way, she's only a junior. She was getting offers in 8th grade, y'all.
That's
And
so crazy.
She committed right in her junior year to the university she wants to go to, and I'm so excited to see what's in store. You know what I mean? But being a dad, my wife was their sister. So we're a family. We do things together, as you can see. That's a little bit about our personality a little bit, but as the shows go on and you hear more about us, we'll dive a little deeper. You never know. We might get a little background of some crazy stories when we were kids, or Jordan's bachelor party.
No, that one's off limits.
No, off limits, right? Off limits. Well, cool. Well, now that we kind of told everyone about us, let's kind of get into what we came here to do. Talk sports and pop culture, right? Let's talk about last weekend.
Yeah,
College football is back.
Yeah, we went to the first game of the year, right? Was it the first? Well, technically, it was week 1, not week 0. But we went to the USF Boise State game.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was a great game.
Yeah, I was
Great game.
a little taken back. I think USF did a good job of stepping it up as far as the environment went, because I feel like I've been to other USF games and they have not been as, I don't know, involved. I don't know, their budget got higher, but from fireworks to lights to everything, they're just trying
Aren't they
to
get a new stadium by next year?
2027, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, 2027 they have a new stadium. It looks phenomenal.
I mean, that's
Can't
probably
wait
a
to
good
go to
enough
that.
reason to go to a game now. Just build that hype.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're wearing black for a 5:30 game in Florida. That first half, I imagine they were struggling. Second half, it was cool. Like, I'm sure it was much better temperatures to play football in, but we're in black.
Yeah,
at 5:30 on
It was
Florida.
definitely hot in there. It was definitely hot out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were sitting in the sun and we didn't even
We
go
were
out
sitting in
there
the
yet.
sun the whole time, right? We weren't even playing.
You guys got Sunside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but, honestly, what we had club access to. And that's always, if you ever go to Raymond James Stadium, get club access.
Yep, every
Okay.
time.
Club access is one of the best things out there. You can't go wrong. Because Raymond James, literally, if you're on a visitor side, you're in the sun. You know what I mean? That's it. You're in the sun no matter what. But it's fun, right?
Yeah, from a place
Now-
that hosts Super Bowls, they know
Yeah.
how to, yeah.
Yep.
Ambiance.
USF won that game, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's why we talked about this, right? We didn't
Right. Yeah.
try not to get Raymond James their flowers or USF their flowers. We don't talk about the actual game itself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
USF came out firing on all cylinders. I think Buddha had the most background to knowing what USF was about, because don't you play with them on college football or something?
Yeah. Tell a little bit about why you know about USF, Buddha.
I mean, technically, I'm a USF connoisseur via NCAA Football 26. Kevin and I play a fantasy throughout the year and a dynasty league, and I ended up picking USF. So I seem to know majority of the players on the team. Wasn't by fault, just was by accident because it's the team that I picked. So they actually played the way that I played, so I was proud for them to win because I won my first game with them against Boise. So, I think my coaching from Xbox kind of passed off to them, and it got them to win.
This guy. Yeah, no, I was kind of funny because we were watching the game, and when they did the fake punt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Buddha literally goes, "Oh man, that's the backup quarterback." I said,
Like, what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the punter. Yeah. Like, no,
He's
I
like,
know
"No,
that
man, that's the
jersey
backup
number.
quarterback." Like, how the hell you know that's the quarterback, bro?
Yeah. Pretty sure I knew about all 85 kids on that team.
I think they all transferred too, didn't they?
Listen, everybody was new on there. I knew every number. Like, I know that kid. He comes in on my 5 white set.
Yeah.
But overall, I think we all agree USF came out of nowhere. No, take it back. Not out of nowhere. Last year they did pretty well, right? Towards the end of the year, they started winning some games.
They're kind of
they're playing
notoriously
well.
a sleeper team.
Yeah, Jason Pierre-Paul, that team was great.
Who's the quarterback?
Um,
Brandon? No.
Bynum Brown.
Bynum Brown. Well, for
Okay.
right now, yeah, Bynum
Yes.
Brown.
No.
Yeah.
During the JPP days, like back when they were ranked like second in the country.
Oh, I don't know.
Gotta look that up. I can't
Black
remember who that
quarterback
was.
too. But I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name either. Nah,
See the
Quincy.
icon
Come
later.
Come on, dude. But yeah, Boise State ranked number 25. This kind of gets me back into like the whole rankings thing, right? We saw a lot of teams this week that were ranked and they shouldn't have been ranked. We'll get more than that in a little bit, but ranked 25, came in. They scored 7 points, right?
I don't know if they scored on the first drive.
No, I mean the period, the whole game.
Oh
Right.
yeah, not
Yeah.
very much. Yeah, their run game was nowhere near Ashton Genty, so that's what they're relying on, and it was a big flop.
Yeah, I think Buddha mentioned it. I think he made a good point while we were at the game, guys. He goes, man, you can tell that Ashton Genty was pretty much that entire offense last year. And I was like, I think I agree with you, man. Now think about that. You think USF is actually a better team overall?
It looked like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it. I mean, even because we actually, since we're sitting on the visitor side, we sat behind one of the players' parents. He was like their starting nose tackle or something.
Oh yeah, Boise State. Yep.
Yeah, she was the mom of the player was just sitting there, just like basically just shaking her head the entire time, like just like, come on, like what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like
Look
they made
how
some
they
stupid mistakes.
massacred my boy.
Yeah, he was getting beat, but he's a big boy,
big
man.
kid.
Yeah.
Shout out to that mom.
Pause.
She's from, I think she's Samoan.
Utah, right?
Yeah, she's from
Salt Lake
Utah.
City.
Yeah,
So,
I think she knew your ex-wife. You said, right?
She looked just like Jen, Jeremy.
Dude,
I got some
they all look
back to
alike,
Salt
I
Lake
tell
City.
you.
So shout out to Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, also.
Yeah, no, she was a very cool person to talk to. She's very personable, and like she was just very real with it too. So, just like she was basically a fan too, because like there was a time when Boise State was on like the 25 and they should have kicked a field goal, but they went for it, and like obviously they didn't get it. And she's like, why? Why not just take the points right now? You're struggling. So
yeah, they did that a lot. I don't think Boise State is who they were last year at all. I mean, Ashton was definitely a big part of that, but they didn't look like a total team. Now things could change. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But I don't think they shouldn't have been ranked. I know rankings come off of last year, which we'll get into that right now, right? Well, rankings come off of last year, and the next game we'll kind of talk about a little bit is the Alabama Florida State game.
Everybody loves those Alabama boys.
I don't know how to begin this conversation.
SEC.
Bama sucks. How about bringing it in that way?
How you say it?
Bama sucks.
Oh, I can't say Bama. Wait,
Roll
can you say
Tide.
Bama sucks though?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool. I mean,
my biggest issue, and we've had this conversation, is some people come in overrated and they're rated based off of their name. This isn't the Nick Saban era anymore. The NIL is pulling players. Nobody's running through to go to Alabama.
Yeah, Saban got up just at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. Saban left when he knew that he wasn't going to confine to the NIL deals, and these kids are going where there's a big money at. You look across college football. Ohio State is looking almost like the New York Yankees of college football. They're throwing the money at anybody and everybody that will come in. And honestly, truthfully, the Big Ten is looking like the big money out of everything. They have the most money that it seems like all of the big name kids are going to Big Ten schools between University of Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, USC, Oregon. These places, these coaches they got the money to bring in these top tier players.
Got you.
You think SEC is on the down and out then?
Nah, not at all.
Okay,
not at all. No.
Let's say Texas just joined. Otherwise, I know they're gonna.
Yeah, let LSU all good. But yeah, but the Bama Florida State, like, did y'all see that coming? Did y'all see Florida State win that game?
I mean, like I feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
But I didn't see them winning, but I didn't see Florida State dominating.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, like, just over like speaking of USF, think how many times did USF beat Bama like the past 2 years? I feel like they've come this close to beating Bama the past 2 years. And I feel like Bama's snuck by last year too.
Yeah. So, but the years that they always beat Bama, they had Saban, right? So like this year they have Kellen DeBoer now, and they didn't, and Saban not there, but I don't think DeBoer's that guy. I don't think he can handle Bama. Remember last year they should have been good. They lost games. They lost to my Michigan Wolverines in the bowl game. My Michigan Wolverines had no offense. We had the worst offense in college football. The Citadel, all the armed forces had more passing yards than the Michigan Wolverines had last year, right? And Bama lost to them in the bowl game. They lost before that. This year they come in. They don't look good. They didn't look good against Florida State at all. I don't think DeBoer is the coach for them. I don't think that the players want to play for him. They don't look like the same Bama as old. They don't look scary. No one's afraid to play them. No one's afraid to go down there to the Bear Bryant and be like, oh yeah, it's Alabama, we're going to lose. No, they're going in there saying, hey, we got a chance to win, if not upset them. You know what I mean? So those days are over. I don't think they get him back unless they get rid of him. That's my opinion.
I think it's kind of funny too.
I understand how you can be scared of a guy named Kalen. Like, just go get him.
Go get him, Kalen.
So, no, it's like you think like Bama's on the downhill, like with their coach, and feel like he could get fired at any moment. And then Florida State's the exact opposite school. Like he went 2-10 last year, and they're just like, we know, we know. Next year, we know. We'll get you there. And then like,
I'll give
they could have canned him too.
I'll give you guys $5 a piece if you can pronounce that guy's name correctly.
I can see his face. I don't even know his name.
Pronounce the quarterback of Florida State correctly, and I'll give you guys $5 a piece.
Quarterback.
The last one was like Castellanos.
No, last year.
Google it. Ukulele.
Wasn't it DJ Ukulele or
Is
Ukulele?
No, that's ukulele. That's
It's
this.
ukulele, dog.
It's DJ Ukulele or Ukulele.
Okay,
His brother plays on organ.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
Ohana means family. Okay,
Family.
I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name, but yeah, they go from like you mentioned 2-10 last year to dominating that game. Yeah, Florida State looked very good. That's why they're ranked number 14 this week. You know what I mean? So they,
I didn't even know what the rankings were.
Yeah, ranked
The
number 14.
rankings were very generous to the people that deserved
Mhm.
their rankings this week. You know,
Yeah,
Where did Bama finish?
21.
21.
That's a drop.
Drop.
There you go.
It's a
Drop.
well-deserved drop, and that
Yeah.
it goes back. In Kevin saying like teams aren't afraid of Bama. I don't know that people aren't afraid of Bama, and just to say I think it's DeBoyer or whatever. What's his name?
Yeah,
DeBoer.
DeBoyer.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Kalen.
Yeah.
Coach Kalen.
Coach Kalen.
Coach D. But I look at even when he was at UW, without Penix, that team was really one-sided.
Yeah.
And I think that if you really break it down, and it goes back to, again, it's like the NFL. You have one good season, and it's like, oh man, we're gonna go pay this guy crazy amounts of money because we think that he can do it. And the SEC isn't just a free walk in the park. Like,
Not at
you
all.
just
Not
can't
anymore. Not at all.
go walk into somebody's house and say, okay, I want your kid to come to Bama, and it's that Nick Saban Bama is gone. And now you're really going to have to go out and really find those dogs that are out there that really want to play at that next level, because majority of the time they're either going to now the Texas, the LSU, or the Big Ten, because these kids are chasing money.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it is. It's going to be like, what can you do? These kids now are officially blue chips, and you guys remember that movie Blue Chips.
Shaq.
These kids are officially in their blue chip era, and it's going to be somebody's mom is getting a farm, or whoever knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But, these things are being thrown out there for them, and that's kind of changing the landscape of college football.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, I got mentioned. I tell you guys all the time in group chat, man. I don't believe in the rankings, the preseason rankings. I know it's off of last year. I just don't believe in them, man. Like, I don't think they're right. Like,
they don't, but you gotta have something to run off of.
Yeah, man. But I mean,
because you can't just predict.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I know rankings
Gamblers
are
gotta gamble.
Yeah, but you got to go off last year, because if you go off of next year, then it's just favoritism kind of thing. So
look, I get it. So you go off of last year, right? So that team loses that many players.
That I agree with. That's the obvious. Yeah.
Example: Texas and Ohio State. Don't want to talk about the game, but let's talk about the ranking. 1 and 3, right? We all watched that game. Game was horrible. They both looked bad, right? It wasn't good at all. Arch Manning, like, is that his cousin? Is he adopted? Is he really playing? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And then the guy Julian saying he made one good pass, and everyone's like, oh yeah, great. No, they both didn't look good. They didn't look like a number 1 team. They didn't look like a number 3 team. You know what I mean? And they both lost key players, huge players. So at what point does the committee come in and go, you know what? Yeah, that's number 1 team. Like, just because last year they're number 1 doesn't mean they're number 1. I play the college football game. My brother plays as well too. I won the championship and I was ranked number 1. Then next year I'm ranked number 7 because I lost players. So is the game getting it right and the committee's getting it wrong? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm kind of over the rankings in the preseason now. I don't trust them anymore.
Kind of going off of what did you do for me last year instead of
lately. Yeah, agreed.
So did Ohio State take over the number 1 spot?
Yeah, the number 1 this week.
Who should be number 1 then?
Penn State.
Penn State.
Okay. Penn State should be 1. Yeah, just because you beat the 1 team doesn't mean you deserve the 1 team, when the 1 team shouldn't have been 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. My opinion. Well, cool. Let's do one more game, man. I think that
what was it, the underdog game?
Yeah, the Kansas State game. Kansas State and North Dakota. First off, is North Dakota and North Dakota State the same team or no?
No.
Okay. I'm like, so watching that game, I'm like, I don't think it's the same team. They were. Yeah.
Yeah, North Dakota State is like green and yellow, and the North Dakota was red and white.
Right. But watching that game, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's ND State, but it's in North Dakota. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. I was like, I don't know. But man, Kansas State, back-to-back weeks. So they go over to Ireland. Oh, no, it was Ireland they were in? Yeah, they were in Ireland, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Did not look good. I mean, it was a weird game. Good game, right? They ended up losing. They come back home, ranked number 17, go toe-to-toe.
Supposed to be their warm-up game, yeah.
And almost lose.
Yeah, so the final was 38-35. They beat North Dakota by 3.
Team last year that took Colorado to the brink.
Yep. Same team. That's crazy, right?
Well, it kind of shows you, another thing, college football. I mean, I would say college football is almost, once you get into that March Madness, it's, you got these random players from Furman that's just showing up and beating Duke. So,
yeah. Did you wait? Did you just pull out Furman out of nowhere?
No, I didn't. I didn't. We go watch Furman when we went to the March Madness.
That's what I'm saying. Did you just pull out Furman out of nowhere?
That was. I don't know. For some reason, that was the one school that popped up in my head. But
that was a fun time. That was fun.
You gotta look at it. These FBS schools, they've got some players, and these kids are seeing that. I'm going to be playing. A big
FCS, right? Not FBS. FCS.
I think North Dakota's FCS. Oh, by the way, correction. North Dakota is green. They are the Fighting Hawks.
Okay, gotcha.
I think South Dakota is the red and white.
South Dakota's the red and white one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are they FCS? Okay, maybe FCS.
Yeah, FCS. Yeah, and then FBS. Yeah. FBS is like Michigan, all that. That's FBS. And
well, FBS, and I think there's like FBS too. But yeah, either way, like I said.
As you guys see, we aren't experts at all in all that stuff.
No, I got my phone pulled up. I'm looking everything up right now.
Yeah. So,
but either way,
group chats.
Smaller schools, these smaller schools are showing up. They're getting an opportunity, and they're showing up when they have to. It kind of goes to a lot of the things, Kansas State. You got a nice school. You got a lot of players that want to go there, but you got a team that came in there that's hungry. That what do they have to lose? That was kind of one of the things that my coach used to tell us all the time when we would play big teams. Like, what do you got to lose?
Yeah, and then the funny thing, when you're looking at these stats too from the game, I mean, the North Dakota, they had 38 pass attempts, only 230 yards, but 38 pass attempts. Kansas State had 43 pass attempts. So it's like, are they just both passing high offense?
High offense.
Kansas State's definitely high offense because the game last week, I could definitely tell
fast paced. Yeah,
fast paced. You know what I mean? Never watched North Dakota play. Watched them play against that team. Literally was rooting for North Dakota. I said, okay, they got to win this game. They got to win. Like, there's no. I'm sorry, Kansas State. Like, I know you're ranked, but you aren't playing like a number 17 ranked team, right? You're not even playing like at all. Like this team just came in. Exactly, man. Like. Buddha, what you mentioned earlier, he said they're hungry, right? I think that's the biggest difference between college and like NFL, right? College players, no, I don't say biggest difference because NFL players are hungry too. Don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But them college boys, man, they come into a team, they come into a stadium, they're 35-point underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, they scored 14 unanswered points. The crowd's going crazy, right? College football is a whole different animal when it comes to that. We also got to remember these are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, right? I think as like adults we watch college football and we're getting mad at these 18-year-old kids for dropping a ball or not making that pass. They just graduated high school. They barely know how to drive. You know what I mean? So so I think that's the reason why college football is so close when it comes to like like I mentioned, like the teams, but then also so far apart because of money now. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Shout out to Kent State for dropping down to Division III.
No, you're lying. They did? What? Kent State left the MAC to go D3?
Yeah, they can't afford
Why they go D3?
They can't afford to stay up there in D1 anymore.
Goodness.
Just go to D2.
They dropped down.
There's more money in D3.
Oh, man, I gotta... so much more money in D3. Yo, Come play for me. What's my NIL? Get you a Big Mac.
Exactly.
I'll tell you whether there's not more money in D3 was the Mighty Ducks. That one had the least amount of money.
Mighty Ducks budget was a trash can and Charlie Sheen.
Wasn't not Charlie Sheen.
No, I'm saying no. Emilio Estevez was the
Okay,
actor, but
yes.
they literally said, "Hey, you get a trash can and Charlie Sheen. This is what you get."
That'd be funny if they just switched Charlie in there and like didn't tell anybody, and they just assumed like he was the new like they just went along with it.
Just the drunk coach.
My
Charlie
long
Sheen's
lost
on the
brother.
side, like, get in there.
Where's Denise?
I love my Ducks. We all do, right? But yeah, D3 is horrible. I hate that. I
know,
watch it
literally-
because it's on.
Yeah.
But I hate it. I hate it so much.
Charlie Conway is literally an asshole. Like, he's just a
He's
dick.
the worst person.
Like,
He's a dick.
Would you want to coach me anymore? Yeah.
No, I don't want to coach you no more. You dickhead.
Yeah.
D2 is my favorite. I mean, D1's all manager, but D2 I think that's a complete movie.
No question. Hopefully soon I can get my signed Mighty Ducks jersey hung up.
Yeah,
Back.
I like that.
So I'm sure
By-
Shauna will love that.
By Emilio. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, hey, that was a little bit about how we talk in our group chat, y'all. Like that's literally how we talk.
Goes from point A to point N.
Point
real
A to
quick.
point B, and this all of a sudden we just change subject out of nowhere. So hopefully y'all can keep along with us. Well, NFL is finally here.
Yeah, I'm about
How
to
many-
have my fantasy pick.
Yeah.
I got
Wait,
a
hold
fantasy
on.
draft going on.
Oh, look at them doing fancy drafts while we're podcasting. That's what we do. Wait, how many months is it in between NFL? I can't do math.
Super
right now in my
Bowl's
head.
in February.
February. So
6 months.
how many?
6.
March.
6 months.
May.
Yeah, so 6 months without football, and now it's finally back.
Yes.
Mhm.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready for Sundays in red zone and sitting on my ass and not doing a damn thing.
Wait, are you ready for 7 hours of NFL red zone?
What's
maybe
what's the
six
red
and
zone?
maybe 6.25 now.
6 and a quarter. Yeah, man. What's up with that? No one wants commercials. NFL.
Fucking
No one wants
commercials,
commercials.
bro.
No one wants commercials.
in there.
Fucking commercials.
No one
Yeah.
wants them.
Commercials in there.
Yeah,
Dagger to the
Yeah.
heart, man.
straight dagger. So, well, cool. Well, Buddha, man, what you got for NFL, my guy? Like, I know we're all NFL guys, but I know Buddha has some thoughts, and then he talked about it earlier.
I mean, we could throw one out there. One of the biggest ones, I'd say, is probably like this Lions-Packers game, man. It's a lot of eyes are on these Lions, and
Hoping
one of
for
the
him. Like,
yeah, it's one of those. They're like that. The Lions are like that kid that you just want to win, and
I don't want them to win.
Well, you never want anybody to win because we'll get to that later on. No, I think that the Lions are a
Wow.
team that I think last year we had a lot of big hopes and things didn't come to fruition. Granted, they got Aiden Hutchinson. Hopefully he stays healthy this year.
Go blue.
That dude's a big boy and he knows how to
Pause.
pause. Yeah, sorry. He comes out with that edge.
Man, yo,
and-
you were on the pause train tonight. Pause.
Hey,
on that one.
But I like I said, I think that Lions Packers game, is Micah going to come into the NFC North and be a wreck to just does he take that Packers defense over the hill and make them powerhouse, or does he kind of continue to battle on with injuries throughout his season?
Yeah, so I'm a Cowboys fan. I'll tell you that. I have no problem saying that. Losing Micah is huge for the Cowboys. I mentioned earlier, Cowboys.
say,
I did
say
mention
his
earlier.
name again. Say it
Say
again.
his name again. Micah. But I'm gonna look. I looked at it both ways. Like maybe Jerry knew what he's doing. I don't know all about that. But also, Micah's hurt. He gotta get them shots to play. Is he really gonna be that Micah we want, or is he gonna be? All right, let's get the shot, see if I can play. Don't put that needle in that man's knee. You know what I mean?
I swear to God, I'll
Swear to
take
God.
your arm off and
Rip
beat
your
you
arm.
death with it.
But I think Lions, they're not going to be the team they were last year. That's just my opinion. I mean, Jordan Love they're going to go as far as Jordan Love takes them. That's the bottom line.
to the corner market.
Who are his receivers though? Who does he have?
That's the struggling part.
Yeah,
Watson and
Christian Watson is a monster.
yeah, Christian Watson, and then some guy named I think Romeo Doubs or something like that.
Dobbs
is there?
D-O-U-B-S. Yeah, Dobbs is there. Yeah,
Like
Dobby
so
for free out.
I mean, he doesn't have prolific receivers, but I think he's got besides Christian Watson, he's got some pretty good players that is over.
Do you say he's like receivers like
Tom
like
Brady had
like Brady had
in his first Super Bowl. Troy Brown playing cornerback and wide receiver because the team didn't have enough players active.
What was the other guy's name? Was it Deion Branch?
Deion Branch.
Deion Branch. You know what I mean? So wow, we're throwing out old names right now.
Was Amendola part of that?
Was Danny part of that one?
No, he was later.
I think it was later on. Yeah, I think Danny was later on. Yeah, but you know what's funny though? Julian Edelman was like one of like their top receivers, and he only played teams. like 7 years. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So what are you thinking? You thinking Lions win? You think Packers win? Yeah. Where are they playing at?
I believe in Green Bay. I'd have to Google.
Play there while you can. I feel like that's a downfall in the Packers schedule. You want to play a conference team early in the season. You want to play
But I think
later.
I think there's a lot of conference games that are early. Like the Cowboys play the Eagles. The Lions and Packers, Giants and Commanders. A lot of conference games for week 1.
Yeah, it's at Lambeau, so you got them at home.
Bro, I need to go through this draft that is going on right now. Is absolutely ridiculous. It's almost my pick, so you guys keep talking and let me have them after my pick. We need to dissect this because this is absolutely ridiculous.
Fair enough. What about the Vikings and Bears?
Listen, the Vikings and Bears, I'm interested in watching. I want to see if Caleb Williams can get over this hump. Me personally, I think the Vikings take a tremendous step back this year.
Can you go a little further on why? Yeah.
Can I go further why?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, you guys that's watching, everybody, once you notice that this man that's a Cowboys fan is also a diehard University of Michigan fan. And
go blue, baby.
If you guys were to see some of our messages, you can't say anything bad about the University of Michigan.
Or their alumni.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. J.J. McCarthy is not going to be...
Not that man.
Not that guy.
Exactly. J.J. McCarthy, you're not that guy.
And I feel like that's a perfect segue into this draft because Justin Jefferson dropped to the second round.
What?
So pick.
Even I know that. It's not a
pick
good
15.
thing.
Justin Jefferson dropped to pick 15. I was going to pick him up if he was there for me, but no. Ready? Pick 1. Jamar Chase. Right?
Yeah.
Pick 2. It's a Wyoming league, so who do you think they picked?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Went number 2. Guess who went number 3? Also a Wyoming thing, so keep this in mindset.
I don't know. Who? Number...
Bo Nix. Bo Nix went number 3.
Wow.
So
wait. Jamar,
hold on,
Josh, Bo?
Again. Yeah.
That's wild. But back to what he was saying. J.J. McCarthy, man, like, I don't agree with you at all. I don't. I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying that as a Michigan fan. I'm just saying that as a football fan and watching last year preseason, hearing what the Minnesota Vikings are talking about him. Like, I know you're not going to talk bad about your quarterback. I know, but the press will. And the press came in there and said, "Hey, kid looks good." You know what I mean? He looked great in preseason last year until he got hurt. Not hurt, but they decided to do the surgery, so he was out for the whole entire year. But he looked great in preseason before they did the surgery. Before he's out the whole season. So I know you don't think that he was that guy at Michigan, but he really was. And I do think he has a pretty good year this year. Remember, he's technically a rookie again, right? Do they give him rookie status, or is he second year?
No,
I think he'd have to be rookie.
I think he's a rookie still.
Okay, because like they did with Blake
Griffin.
In
the NBA, like if you're out a whole year, you still.
Yeah, like Blake Griffin.
I'm not positive, but I think it's a possibility. As I said, he to me is not as good as I think. and maybe he will prove me and other people wrong. What I won't do is believe that preseason is going to tell me if you're a good quarterback or not. Because if that's the case, Jackson Dart.
We're on the same page. Jackson Dart.
So, it's just, for me at the end of the day, MVPs, or not MVPs, but preseason does not forecast your season.
Okay.
And that's kind of one of those things.
But it does give you like a good idea of like how they're going to look. Like you can tell if someone's going to make the team and not make the team in preseason.
Skill positions.
Yeah, but quarterback, like if you have a quarterback in there and he's in there for 2 games, and in those 2 games he has 15 drives, and out of those 15 drives he throws 7 interceptions, is he your guy?
Obviously not, but he wouldn't even be in the league if he was doing that.
But if you have 15 drives and you throw 10 touchdowns, is he your guy?
No, doesn't mean he's your guy, but he makes the team.
So at what point are we saying that preseason doesn't count for a quarterback?
So here's the thing with preseason. Preseason is about trying to figure out those guys that were undrafted or things like that, to give them a chance I need to fill out this 53-man roster. Preseason isn't about, let me see if I have a franchise quarterback. Like if you really break it down and you look, most quarterbacks don't play in the preseason because they
already made the team.
It's not even that they've already made the team. They're not willing to get their quarterback hurt over 3 games that don't mean anything.
All right, so do you think that the Giants played Jackson Dart to see if they had a franchise quarterback?
The Giants played Jackson Dart to find out if he can change, if he can see how fast the game is. Russell Wilson was always going to be.
Russell Wilson's slow.
I'm not. There's no.
But he ain't stupid.
No, he's very, very smart. Smart.
There's never a question that Russell Wilson was going to be that starting.
Yeah, he's honestly, and Russell Wilson's a great quarterback. You know what I mean? You gotta give him his props. He's a great quarterback. He's just not as fast as he used to be. You know what I mean? Jeremy, what you think, man? You think JJ is not going to do it?
More on Buddha's side with all of this, but yeah, there's just not enough body of work to know it. Like I said, I can't watch a preseason game and tell you how this kid's going to pan out enough. Like we literally got 0 evidence to go off of right now. I mean, you're a quarterback on a championship winning team that was very run heavy. I don't know, man. It's such a toss up right now.
Man, I love how everyone says. I don't get me wrong. Michigan was we are run. We are, but
you have to think about it though, Kev. Like we've only seen like the highlight games as far as Michigan goes. Like I'm not watching this shit and like fucking every fucking week for you guys. So you got to understand. I've seen the highlights of Michigan as far as JJ goes.
How about the highlights of him making the passes to continue the drive going?
Yeah. Like again, not taken away, but like.
Man,
there's a fine line between a good college quarterback and an NFL starter.
Listen,
sophomore year.
We will see, right? We'll see, right?
Just like Jeremy said, when you go from a run-heavy team, heavy run, as a defensive coordinator, I'm going to put 7 in the box. I'm going to make you pass on me. Don't get it wrong. You guys had some really good receivers. What was that? Was it Romeo Wilson or whatever his name was?
Yep. Roman Wilson.
Roman Wilson knew how to run routes. Loveland was probably
Colston Loveland in this game.
That goes into this game now that's playing for the Bears.
Yeah, in this game, man, that's going to be good.
I think for him, that gives Caleb Williams that 2 tight end set.
That he needs?
I think a lot of players, not a lot, I think most quarterbacks, when they have that 2 tight end set, it gives them a safety valve. You got Cole Kmet, and now you have Colston Loveland. And then you still have Rome Odunze, and you got DJ Moore.
And you got DJ Moore.
With Swift in the backfield. So he has people around him. And also the biggest thing that you got to look at with Minnesota, you got Jay Jettis. Jordan Addison is out 4 games.
You're right, he is.
And you bring back an Adam Thielen who...
he's a possession receiver.
He's a possession receiver, but Adam Thielen, you're gonna put Adam Thielen at the 2. You're gonna put him at the Y.
I put him as he may go a slot, man, because he's slower.
But this goes back to once we watch it, we're going to find out who's going to be their Y. We know Jay Jettis is their X. Who's going to be their Y? You can put, Thielen at Z and put him at the slot.
Put him in the slot. But to me, he came in to be the possession third down guy. He's going to catch the ball. He's not dropping the ball. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think
be thrown to him though. I don't know if this kid's going to.
Here we go.
Wait,
look, that's to me, that's the game to watch the week. I like to watch. I want to see JJ. What he's going to do? I want to see if Caleb Williams and their new coach Ben Johnson, right? Is his name? How you say it?
Yep.
Right. He's how he's going to do in this. The Bears were my sleeper pick this year to be a playoff team.
The Bears?
The Bears. Yeah. I think
in
they're
their
going to be a
division?
playoff team.
Are they wild card?
You have to.
Yeah,
be.
definitely wild card. Yeah.
Over the Cowboys, anybody's over the Cowboys.
We're not going to get into the Cowboys. Okay, we're going to wait about 6 weeks, and then the Cowboys are 1-5 when they'll talk about the Cowboys.
Say once we really know that their season's
once we really
over.
know we're not good. The last game that I think that we should definitely talk about, because it wouldn't be a podcast without bringing in the one and only 40. How old is he now? 42, 40, 41, 42 years old. How old is he?
I mean, we could talk about that game. I would rather talk about a better game, but we can touch on the Steelers.
Let's just touch on that, because it is to me it's weird.
It's going to be an Ohio State Texas type game. It's going to be a snore fest.
It's sloppy.
Perfect metaphor. Yeah.
What we're saying is take the under. Take the under. Whatever you do, take the under.
It's gonna be a snore fest. But okay. Yeah. I think the game of the week is gonna be the Ravens Bills.
Well, we all know that's the game
for
of the week.
Sure.
That's the game. It might be the game. That might be. It could be game of the year going into like week 7.
You got to give me,
man.
Give me Ravens Bills. Does Mark Andrews redeem himself?
Catch the ball.
Yes.
Please catch the ball.
Jeez.
That changes everything last year, and then
poor man probably had to go to sleep therapy.
Oh man, I would have,
I think about that catch.
I think about that, and then you got to think. Josh Allen now he was on Madden. Is the Madden curse still real?
Is the Madden curse? Wait, who was on last year?
Saquon. No,
yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Saquon's this year.
Saquon's this year.
Saquon this year.
I'm sorry. So there is no Madden curse for Josh Allen.
Saquon make it. Ooh.
Yeah, Saquon.
I don't like that.
But there could be a curse for Josh Allen.
Yeah, man. Listen, my brothers know I am not the Josh Allen fan. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I just don't believe in Josh Allen. Josh Allen hasn't really shown me anything except that he can lose to Patrick Mahomes.
He hasn't shown you anything?
He hasn't. What has he done? Tell me one thing.
Look at his team. They're a playoff team every year.
And what has he done?
What have you done?
I've done nothing. I'm just saying, what have you done?
You're nothing.
I'm saying, so at the end of the day, like, what are we basing quarterbacks on? So you guys say, what has he done? Go back to
okay.
So wait.
Right now, is he not a Hall of Fame quarterback?
No, he's not. Because Romo's a Hall of Fame quarterback in that sense as well too.
Who?
Romo is. If you're going off of that, off of wins and stats, Romo has better stats than Josh Allen, and all of them would be a Hall of Fame quarterback if you're going off that route. Dak Prescott has played and had better stats than Josh Allen in the last 5 years.
Start your fantasy team, Kevin. Would you draft Lamar, or would you draft Josh Allen or Tony Romo?
Oh, Tony Romo. He really did have a lot more points. He did. This is factual. He had a lot more points. Lamar Jackson, I had him last year. He had the most points. Lamar Jackson to me was the MVP last year. Hands down, was the MVP of the league last year. Hands down. They gave it to Josh Allen. He went to Kansas City and lost to Mahomes again. He hasn't won past. He can't beat Mahomes, right? He barely beat the Ravens. With Ravens didn't have a bad first half, they lose that game.
So do you blame him or do you blame his defense?
His defense is good.
They give up a lot of points.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
30 plus, man.
I don't think they give up 30 plus points a game.
Back playoffs, they did.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the Bills have the strongest defense in the league at all.
Dude, they just got Bosa.
Oh, they did just pick up Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
But back to what I'm saying, like, what has he done except get to the playoffs?
Well, my thing is with Josh Allen, and I'm hoping this year things change. I want him to really, really like dissect teams, because when you really break it down, when Josh Allen gets pressured, he takes off.
He's a runner. He's 100% a runner.
The guy is, I don't know,
Oh, he's fast.
six,
He's big.
Two, 7, do whatever the size of the guy is. Like, the fact is, like, he uses his body obviously to get him extra yards and do things like that. But it becomes a point in time that if I make you throw, are you going to beat me with your arm? Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen him get his team under a 2-minute warning and get them within field goal range. I've seen that, hands down. But when you're playing a strong defense, I've seen him take off more than I've seen him pass.
Yeah, and he did that against Baltimore. Against Baltimore he did that.
I think there was a game last year where it was snowing, and they were just out there doing like playground ball. Like, he threw a hitch route, and I think Amari Cooper caught the ball, and then Josh Allen just came running, and it wasn't a design play. It was just, I'm running over here, throw me the ball. So he is their end-all, be-all, like, hands down. He's their best player on their team. But, what I don't see a lot of out of him, like the Joe Burrows, the Patrick Mahomes, like, this, it's just, they dissect you. And I don't see...
Burrow just goes boom, boom, boom. I know who I'm going to immediately. Like, he already knows him. And no, listen, I'm not sitting back here saying that Josh Allen can't dissect anybody. I'm not sitting back here saying that Josh Allen is not one of the top quarterbacks in the league, right? I just am not a fan of the way he plays. I don't think that he is that next guy to get the Buffalo Bills, who have not won anything since O.J. Simpson, to that next level. They've won AFC championships. They've been to the championship. They went 4 times in a row, lost to the NFC East. That was a long, long time ago. So
I was going to say they haven't been back since.
They haven't been back since. Okay,
so you have to give them credit there.
But they still haven't been back.
To the AFC Championship?
To the AFC Championship, they have been there.
Super Bowl.
So
Super Bowls.
What's causing, like, are you just going to forever, like, not be converted? Like, or is him getting to the Super Bowl going to at least, like, calm your tempers a little bit?
If he gets
going to be a hater.
Past Mahomes, to me.
If he gets past Mahomes and he gets Super Bowl, but if he gets a Super Bowl and past Mahomes, that would be like, okay, you know what?
It to the Super Bowl.
There he is. You know what I mean? Like, he just hasn't done it yet. And I said, don't get me wrong. He's in the NFL for a reason, right? He can play football, right?
But that's what I'm asking.
He's a quarterback.
Is him getting it to it just finally going to stop this argument?
For me, I think if he can get there, I'm not one of those guys that feels that if you got to get a ring, it makes you elite. Because
I agree.
Be honest,
I think we've kind of reached that point in sports in general.
Elite, yeah, exactly. Dan Marino was one of the most elite quarterbacks ever. Doesn't have any rings,
Mm-hmm.
So you got to look at things like that. So I wouldn't. Jim Kelly's a Hall of Famer, and he went there 4 years and never won.
Yep.
So I try to digress away from the if I got a ring, I'm that guy. Because if we're gonna go basis off that,
sometimes you don't get it.
Whoever, some random quarterback that was a backup quarterback for Tom Brady has 4 rings. You know what I mean? Like, in this, are we going to consider this guy a Hall of Fame quarterback because he's walking around working at Safeway with 4 rings, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm a Hall of Fame quarterback." So it's just
And I think people take my not liking Josh Allen to being like a personal. It's not that. When I watch him, I'm like, yeah, he's great. He's good. He knows what to do, but he's just not that guy, in my opinion, where I'm like, yeah, he's going to take that team to the next step, or he's going to beat Mahomes, or he's going to show up in that big game that you want to. Now, wait. Now, they did have a big game against Kansas City, and he did take his team down, and they did score, right? And I was like, oh, there it is. That's the guy that we thought. But then that dude Mahomes came on the field, and you're like, how in the world did they get down the field in 8 seconds?
Yeah.
And when that right there showed me Mahomes is here, Allen was nowhere near that. He's not listen, Mahomes, he ain't the GOAT yet, but he close. He close, man. Like, I'm Tom Brady is the GOAT, and in my opinion, because that dude's just he's the GOAT. But that boy Mahomes, man, he's a different animal. If there's 12 seconds on the clock and Mahomes has the ball, I have a feeling they're going to score.
I fear.
Right.
I have a pit in my stomach.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If there's 12 seconds on the clock and Josh Allen has the ball, whatever. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
Yeah, Speaking of that, like, who do we all have then? Like, I'm gonna go Ravens. I think they get the redemption.
Yeah, I'm going Ravens.
Where are they playing?
I think they play in Buffalo, actually.
Buffalo.
I'm taking Buffalo just for the sake of this conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm knee deep in Hard Knocks right now, and they think I think they're just gonna win the Mr. Universe competition right now. That goddamn show.
Mm-hmm. It sucks shit.
Hey,
You're like, oh yeah.
Hey,
Every
Every
team.
time.
Hey,
Every
listen,
time.
I'm gonna take some advice that Buddha gave me a long, long time ago watching Hard Knocks. He said, "Hey, if you watch Hard Knocks, you should never draft anybody from Hard Knocks." He's
Yeah.
like, because they will make them think that they're the best team ever.
Tell you, that thing will have you feeling like some random third string receiver is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're
So,
like, oh, I watch him on Hard Knocks. He's gonna have a great, great year. And man, don't play one down all year long.
Yeah.
you know,
Well, they keep harping. Who is the receiver they cut that was ours? That was a Bronco.
oh, you talking about
Mims.
KJ
No,
Not Mims.
KJ Hamlin.
KJ Hamlin.
Hamler, yes, thank you. Yeah. Of course, they start clowning. They start following him. I'm just like, yeah, I wouldn't pick that guy if I were you guys. I kind of seen his body at work, and I don't have a lot of hope. And sure as shit, they cut his ass real quick. They gave him that long, like, motorbike segment. They're just like, hey, man, at least you have a thing to get out of here now on.
That's what Hard Knocks is about, man. Hey, Hard Knocks will have you believe in. It had me believing the Cowboys are going to win Super Bowl a few years when they had like, oh man, we look great, and all of a sudden it came out
there.
not good at all.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of gets me to like my next thing about like what else we talk about like pop culture stuff, right? Being like social media and Hard Knocks, right, and sports and like then that whole like social media area. Like, do you like that behind the scenes stuff? Like, do you miss like the facade of like, like when Michael Jordan was playing, right? When Jordan was playing, we had no idea about his personal life until that gambling thing came about. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when Joe Montana was winning all these Super Bowls, we had no idea like, anything behind the scenes he was doing. It was like a mystery. So when you saw your favorite player out on the street, you were like, oh man, wow, he actually does exist, right? Now, we all live here in Tampa. I see Baker Mayfield at Publix, and I'm like, "What's up, bro?" You know what I mean? Like, I saw you, on Instagram 2 seconds ago, or it is that mystery is gone. Like, do y'all like that? Is it like what do you think?
I can't believe you brought this up. Like, I go on these tyrants in my head, like, for the last couple of months, Kevin. You hit it on the head. Like, it humanizes everybody. Like, granted, we're obviously older, so it's like you just get that realization, like, we're watching kids. Like, we are rooting and yelling at kids. Like, are we not? And then so like when you see him outside, you're just like, yeah, he's got a mortgage, he's got to go pick his kids up from school. It's like it just brought me down so much. Like the illusion is gone, Kev. You're right. Like it's not that thing it is anymore. Like I like going to games just because like I just love watching. Like it's just that simple. Like it's not because like I'm just a fan of this kid. Like I gotta go watch. Like it's so completely separate right now. So I'm on the side of just like it's just tarnishing it, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I 100% agree. Just even watching Hard Knocks, and just talking about like Allen and everything else, like, I think for him to have a great year, I think he's gonna have to have Haley Stanfield do that stuff that she did in Center.
Oh man, Centers. Let me tell you right now.
Like she's gonna have to bite this man's neck and spit in his mouth.
I did not know her game until I watched Center. I said, that's Haley Steinfeld? I said I wasn't. Say it again.
She's the MVP in that household.
Oh, MVP. But hey, listen, I watched. I said I was not familiar with your game, Josh Allen.
Very much, sir. Good
Yeah,
job.
it's like that's why I got married before this came out. It's like
Wait, so I didn't watch Hard Knocks because it was the Buffalo Bills, and I didn't want to watch the Buffalo Bills. Just being honest. Did they talk about the wedding at all or no?
Yeah, vaguely. I mean, showed some pictures and video, but I mean, like you could have found the same info on Instagram.
Gotcha. So when it comes to social media and breaking news of trades and people getting cut or people getting in trouble, I know like back in the day, like, we're all older. there were tabloids. We had ESPN, but we had to wait for ESPN to come out. Like, and also like in ESPN, like, oh, breaking news. Like, oh, what happened? Now, like, I literally can pull my phone up right now and see, like, hey, this is what happened. You know what I mean? Am I a fan of it? Once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm really following my team along and I'm trying to figure out, like, wait, what's happening with, like, these people getting cut or who's making the team or, like, we're trying to sign somebody or trade somebody. Yeah, maybe. But sometimes, man, like, I don't want to know about, like, your personal life that much, man. I don't want to know that you got a speeding ticket yesterday.
They probably feel the same way.
Yeah, right?
You need clicks, man.
It kind of
Anything
goes
is
back
news.
I feel that people who are movie stars or athletes, they just want to live,
Mm-hmm.
Think about just wanting to go out to dinner and you're at dinner and then somebody's sitting here snapping pictures of you just, eating a cheeseburger. You're just literally and it's like, is it their fault that they're good at what they do? Is it their fault that, I'm a good actor? Or is it my fault that I'm a good basketball or football player? That doesn't require you to have to take videos and photos of me everywhere I go just because I'm good at, at whatever sport I picked. And my biggest issue is paparazzi. They really invade people's space. And that's just, I mean, like, you didn't sign up. You're playing a game where you're doing a craft and being an actor or an actress.
Mm-hmm.
And paparazzi really ruin that for people. I'm
Yeah,
doing something I love and you're invading my space.
Yeah. Paparazzi was horrible. I mean, we all know, some bad stuff. I mean, I know, Jordan, you were young when it happened, but like, when Princess Diana got killed by paparazzi, that's sad stuff. Like they kind of go overboard, with singers and like whenever I think of paparazzi now, I think of like Justin Bieber, right? And him being married, and him just trying to want like his own, like just to be himself. No, take it back. Justin Bieber never had a childhood. You know what I mean? He's been in that spotlight his whole entire life, but the paparazzi is so on. Now it's bled over into sports. Growing up, paparazzi was all about celebrities. It was all about, movie stars and actresses. But I think that sports figures have become a celebrity status of actresses and actors in Hollywood, and the paparazzi are just so overwhelming. And if it's not about Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld, it's about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting engaged, or it's about if Taylor Swift's going to host a Super Bowl, or if she's in the booth, or if, Lamar Jackson injures his foot, was he going out to the club? You know what I mean? They're, like you said, they're human beings, right? But I'm more of a facade of, I want my athletes my athletes, not really my celebrities. Celebrities, you're going to see a lot because they're going to be in a movie, but my athletes, I want that like a mystery again. Like, I miss that.
Yeah, and you ain't going to get it back.
No, never going to get it back. Never going to get it back. Well, man, let me tell you right now, man, like that was a fun conversation, yo. Yeah. I think it was pretty good. I didn't realize we had so much opinions about things. You know what I mean? I didn't realize you guys didn't like the fact that I hated that I didn't like Josh Allen.
You said it.
I'm not a fan. That's it. But yeah. I mean, I want to thank y'all for hopefully listening. And, if you like what you see, definitely like our page, subscribe to us. We're going to be on everything: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from, whether it be Apple Music, Spotify. We're all on there. I said, until next time, I hope you have, a great time. And for group chats and snapbacks, right? Group chats and snapbacks. That's a fun name, right?
Snapback to reality. Oh.
Awesome,
Josh Allen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Josh Allen on 3. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have a great one, man. Appreciate it.
You too.
Peace.
Later.